Alrighty, let's get it. Thought I'd come on here, talk some Supercoach. Got 9 off tonight, so yeah, why not? Why not come and have some Supercoach discussion? Bit of a late night chat. Yeah, chilling. What's going on, Harry? How are you, mate? Try and get a bit more of a discussion going tonight with the comments. I think last night we got a bit carried away. We didn't really answer many chats. So yeah, this time we should be able to get through a bit more questions and whatnot. So yeah, currently flirting with a few trades. I know I just posted a video talking about Petrarca, but I'm also thinking of this trade, which is what is it? So it's Dudley, Hall, and Whitfield in, Roberts, O'Driscoll, and Warner out. Not fully sure. Not going track. See, these are two trades plans I'm considering. Is the track one, and getting rid of Roberts to Whitty, and then having some money in the bank to grab day cost next week. Hey, what's going on, James? How are you, mate? So yeah, that's I don't know, because the thing with Whitfield is it's going to be hard to get him. So let's say he keeps his average of 120. Hopefully the stream sounds and looks all right. All good. Damn, it's laggy. This fucking computer doesn't want to stop rattling. So we'll say average is 120, project. Okay, so he's going to be like 620. He's not really going to go below 600. Which two of Reed, Pryor, and Trainer to play? On field? Probably look at Trainer. He's going to get a lot of supply down there playing for Richmond. And probably Reed. But that's a coin flip. Do you reckon Marich will be a keeper? I think he will. What's going on, Jason? How are you, mate? Joshua, Brayshaw, and Holland? O'Driscoll and Callahan. Oh, Brayshaw and Hall in. And O'Driscoll and Callahan. Yeah. I think, the more I think about the whole Callahan pick, I think you probably can trade him. Just really scared of that tag. Hello. Dogs come to say hello. Shaved little pup. Look. Bice will be D5. Oh, so why would you be fielding two? Couldn't you just field the one? Brady, what's going on, mate? Thoughts on trading Nod to Hall, bank 400k, can't upgrade backline, have Bice, Trainer, Connor Sullivan, and Reed, sort of make bank. What to do just to go to rank 90? Look at my team. Damn, rank 90, that's crazy. I don't know, man. Trading Nod to Hall, I think, is the obvious pick. But don't upgrade your backline. Or maybe just bank the money and just grab Dacos next week, like I probably will. Thoughts on going Heaney in a couple weeks? Could be 520k. Had a slow start, but if he turns it around, it could be a good pod. I don't mind it. I think he gets tags, doesn't he? Might wait till I see a few good scores, I suppose. That's kind of my thought process with Petrarca as well. Yeah. That's what I think. I think, like, jumping on guys just... What are you doing? Jumping on guys just because, and hoping they're just going to bounce back as soon as you bring them in. It's probably a little bit crazy. Backline with wit looks nice as. Does indeed. Wepner, you can go Humphrey to Cherry. Yeah. Be a good move. Yeah, I think that'd be all right. Too legitimate gaming. Here, mate, 11 p.m. stream any later. Was hoping you'd join Supercoach God stream earlier. Need the two goats in a stream. I've been a bit busy on the computer tonight, so I haven't had much time. But yeah, thought I'd come on. Going to Japan in a month, so sorting out a lot of shit for that. So yeah, probably gonna vlog it too. So I might be chucking it on this channel. So either no one's gonna give a shit and watch it, or maybe someone's keen. We might talk some Supercoach in it here and there. But yeah, going for 2 weeks. So see how we go. Haven't been there before. Thoughts on O'Dris, Warner, and Lindsay to Hall, Dudley, and Sinclair keeps 400k in the bank. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I would do that. How does that keep 400k in the bank? Warner, as in Corey Warner. Is it okay to keep Callahan Hippo? I don't know if it's good, if I should or not. I probably wouldn't. I'm starting to lean towards the no, just because you got that tag coming up. It's going to drop in price. I don't think he's a top 8 mid. Go with your gut, but yeah, it looks like probably more of a no. When are you going to target ranking? That's a good question. I was kind of hoping he was going to be out this week. Break even 115. It's a tricky one. I think you'd be a bit silly to bring him in this week, knowing he's got a bit of a corky, I think they said. What is with this laggy? Freaking out. Yeah. What are the thoughts on Roberts? Job security issue? Well, I haven't really thought of it like that. Job security. I thought more just like his role is very weird. To me, he's kind of like Jaden Short. Like, he's not the designated kicking take, I don't think. He's kind of like just there. And if Bice is getting them, and Blakey, with this fucking fan rattling on my computer, I'll be asking ChatGPT later. Which player's gonna get you pissed all the way from Japan? Oh man, I think anyone that I bring in, if I trade in players and they start flopping, they'd probably be the ones likely. Like if Roberts goes like 150 this week and I trade him out, I'll be pretty pissed. But not going till May, so like late May. So still got a while. Yeah, I think we'll miss 2 weeks of the Supercoach season, but try and upload from there. Probably from my phone though. Obviously not going to have my computer over there, so we'll see what happens. But yeah. We'll look at it. Yep, nice. Rosie, Callahan, or Freya? Who's the biggest priority to get out? I think it's definitely Freya or Fraser, whatever his name is. He won't cop potential tag like the other two. Yes, I agree. I don't know. The Rosie one's a bit annoying. So, for what it's worth, I had a look at his CBAs. in 23 when he averaged, I think, 107, something like that. And it was in the 69%. So we know he's capable. The only thing is, obviously, yeah, tag target, but like 69% CBAs. And we look at what he had this week with Butters, Horn Francis, Drew, Wines all on the team, and he had 69%. So is that the number that's gonna, keep him in his spot? Maybe that's like the number that's gonna keep him in our teams. I don't know, but yeah, like I just thought that was interesting. It's clearly not a role thing. Looks like the role's not moving anywhere. I do remember watching that guy who won the 50K last year. He was saying, like, unless it's like a role issue, you probably shouldn't trade your primos out. And that's kind of something I've tried to stick by a bit this year. Like with Short and Perryman, they were obvious trade outs because their role was just so shit. And that's kind of what I'm leaning towards with Roberts at the moment. I don't know what his role looks like. And like someone just said before, maybe job security is a problem now. Bice is obviously dominating. You couldn't drop him. Roberts is just some cheap prick that gets cheap kicks. Like, what value is he adding to the team? I guess he's a good ball user and whatnot, but I don't know. I think Bice is the new sheriff in town in that back line. You reckon Marriage is still worth bringing in for Odris? Yeah, I think so. Hope you're doing well, Hippo. Thanks, mate. Likewise. I've traded O'Driscoll to Clay Hall, 215 in the bank. Should I trade someone like Rosie or Callahan to a better premium? I think if you're looking at Callahan, yeah, I'd probably consider it. I don't think he's a top 8 mid. I think he cops a tag this week and his price is going to just drop too much. So, yeah, I'd potentially drop Callahan to, if you can get Dunkley, Andy Brayshaw if you don't have him, probably one of those two guys. Maybe even Sarong if you're backing, but just be prepared for tags. Yeah, I'd probably do that. Sam Davidson and Bice, either keepers. I think Bice more likely, but I do like Davidson's game. I know he didn't score that well this week, but he gets in the right spots. I think he's going to have some down games, but I think the spike scores will be there. Like, obviously he went 124. He's not going to do that every week, clearly, but I think he could average like 80, which is pretty decent for what we paid for him. He was like 113, wasn't he? So, yeah. Thoughts on not an SPP to either Whitfield and Hall? Yeah. I was also thinking of boosting Nod, Rosie, and SPP. Stewart, Dunkley, and Hall. No, I'd rather the Whitfield one. Just wait a week on Stewart and grab him for, what is it, 60K cheaper, something like that. So, yeah. I started Dan Houston. Do you think it's worth holding to a 2-week suspension or going sideways? I'd jump off. Yeah, I'd jump off to Whitty. Thoughts on Freya and Rosie traded to Hall and Whitfield? Should I use a third boost to get rid of O'Driscoll or just leave it till next week? Freya and Rosie to Hall and Whitfield. Why can't you do Freya and O'Driscoll to Hall and Whitfield? I'd rather do that, personally. Supercoach Pro, here he is. Talk about late night stream. Damn, I'm about to punch some drywall if I look at Finn Callahan one more time on my side. Yeah, fair call. I think get rid of him. Yeah. Bit late, but you're not getting track. No, to be honest, I'm tossing up between the track trades and just swapping Roberts to Whitfield and freeing up some coin for Dacos next week. Not sure what I want to do yet, but they're the options. Will Stewart be a keeper in your side all year? Yeah, 100%. Thoughts on a Sligo pick? I probably wouldn't go there, to be honest. Yeah. I looked at his CBAs from last year to this year, and I think when you see a spike in scoring like that, it's nice to have like a clear indicator He's going at 60% this year, and last year he went at 56%. So he might be getting one more CBA game, but that's not enough for me. I think he will drop off in form. I mean, you could argue natural progression. Maybe he will maintain it. I don't know. But if it was me, I probably wouldn't go near him. VC and C picks for this week. So the ones I'm looking at, I'll bring Whitfield in, is Brayshaw into Whitfield. It's a tight turnaround. I think it's one game after the other. Yeah, so Richmond at 12:30 on a Sunday, and then Whitfield is 3:20. I think Whitfield runs free. Yeah, I think Whitfield runs free. They're going to go to Callaghan. You're going to buy AFL 26? No, not a chance, man. Those games have been terrible. Neil or Sarong? I think Sarong. I'm using my last 2 boosts these 2 weeks as I'm sidewaysing my top primos, like Richards, Rose, Callaghan, and Roberts. Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. I have 508 in the bank. Should I trade Finn and nod for Merritt and Noah Anderson, or pick one of those mids and track for DPP? Finn and nod for Merritt and Anderson sounds pretty nice, actually, especially with Merritt's run. I'd probably do that. I suck. Why did I pick Moraes over Bice? It's unlucky, man. Bice was good, but I don't think anyone expected him to do what he did. So don't beat yourself up too much. Just grab him this week and just, yeah. Yes, it's annoying you've missed 80K or whatever. Still got a minus 98 break even, still got plenty of money to make. So don't jump off. Don't worry too much about that. Currently have 181K in the bank. Done nod to Hall, could do short to Whitfield, but I'm not sure I want him. Nod to Hall, do short to Whitfield. I think I'd do that, yeah, for sure. Sus Merritt's run, I want very soon. I know, I did have a look at it. Inside mid, Essendon's, Melbourne, West Coast, Collingwood, North. These 4 are crazy easy, but Sydney, I know they've got as White. He'll get a tag. He could get cop Parker in this one. He could cop Perryman in this one. He could cop Sparrow as well. So this is the thing with these guns. Like, yes, they have easy matchups team-wise, but if they get tagged, there's no easy matchup. So keep that in mind. Thoughts on Thilthorpe? Oh, man, I don't know. I know he's been unreal, but gee, I probably wouldn't pick him up. Be a massive pod, though. Cheers, mate. Thinking no boost, probably a good idea. I think 4 boosts and 31 trades is a good leg up to be. 4 boosts. Damn, if that's where you're at, you got 4 boosts and you're in the top 100. 31 trades. That's insane, man. I got 28 trades. Are you boosting Dudley in? Probably just for that extra 100K, because it looks like I'm going to need it for Dacos next week. What are your trades for those who have just joined the live? There's a couple of options I'm looking at, but at this point, looking at Whitfield, Clay Hall, and Dudley in, Warner, O'Driscoll, and Roberts out. Bring up 176K, and yeah, going to grab Nick Dacos next week. Not scared of Whitfield attention? No, I definitely am. I think he will get attention, and I think Sinclair will as well. But how many teams are going to tag defenders? Carlton will, but that's about it. You're still on a midnight, send me a link. Yeah, no worries. I finish at midnight. If Cripps gets below 400K, he's in my side. Tommy Short, prime target next week. Warner on track 2 to 3 weeks. If they get better. Yeah. Yep, agreed. If you're trying not to trade because of roles, why are you trading Roberts? Well, this is what I was saying. I don't really know what Roberts' role is. I know he's like an exit player, but I don't know if he's like the designated kicking taker like Whitfield is. And he's just kinda I don't know, I've got a feeling they could start playing him as a lockdown for small forwards. I don't know. Like, it's kinda like Jaden Short. I don't know really what his role is. Whitfield, I feel like it's more clear. When do we think Pitternet will be back? Oh, it's supposed to be this week, isn't it? Probably play one game in the Resis and then play AFL next week. Hmm. Robert straight swap to Stewart. Oh, next week I'd look at that. Not this week. Cadet players I'll play in traffic. Ross getting sacked if West Coast Eagles get enough. Yeah, 100% he'll get sacked if they win. Do I captain Brayshaw? Yeah, I think it's pretty safe. Thoughts on Sardis if he's playing? I have spoken about this one, but no, I would stay away. If you've already traded him out, it's like you're wasting what 2 trades. The role was never the problem with him; it was the time on ground. So I don't necessarily think he's going to have better time on ground. Any news on Lindsay Sardis? So we just spoke about Sardis. Supposed to play this week. Lindsay, I haven't heard anything, but I think supposed to be playing this week. Hope you're well, mate. Thank you. Planning on doing Nod to Hall, Finn O'Sullivan to Travalia allows me to go next week to Kako / Nevitt and Stone to Rookie and Neil Dacos. Yep. I think planning 2 weeks in ahead is really good. Did the same thing. What do you think about Sam Darcy? I would rather him over Thilthorpe, but I'm not going to pick either. Remember Harry Mackay started off really hot last year as well, and everyone was, well, not everyone, but people were jumping on him. I think it's a similar sort of boat with these guys. Thilthorpe and Merritt draft, very nice. Is it worth Oliver to Dawson also, but get Dawson chucked to VC against Catters at home? Potentially. I'd be very weary of the Atkins / O'Connor tag. I think even if Dawson's going nuts at halftime, they'll definitely make that switch if they're going to Rankin. I think they'd make the switch and jump on Dawson, which would be really annoying. North only had 4 behinds. Robert got 3 kick-ins and played on every time. I know. I do know. But it's just like he kicked a goal, right? And he scored a 70. Like, all right. And Whitfield is just dominating at the moment. I don't know. Like I said, the trade's not set in stone by any stretch of the imagination. But the other one I was looking at, I'll show you guys the other one, was the one I put in the video that I just made. So O'Driscoll to Hall is like guaranteed. Hall's getting CBAs as long as he doesn't get dropped. If he gets dropped, then who knows what we do. And then we'd sub O'Sullivan on. We'd have to drop Warner to Dudley just for the coin and hope that Dudley can hold for a few weeks. Will he? Probably not, but and then we could go Max Hall, who I think I'd rather get rid of than Levi. So if we look at Max Hall, we can go ahead and we can grab Christian Petrarca, who has started very poorly, no doubt about it, but very nice run coming up. Yeah. And it would get Moraes off the field like that, and we swing him to F6 next week and Davidson into the midfield. So, yeah, it makes it hard to get Dacos the next week with 16K in the bank. Almost guarantees we have to trade Ashcroft. I think it was like Ashcroft, O'Sullivan, and Davidson, I think we have to get rid of to get Dacos next week. So we might be going early. I don't know. Or we just wait a week, sit on the team, and see how that goes. But, yeah. I haven't opened Supercoach from Sunday. I just don't want to look at my side without him. Roberts is out, I'm afraid. Fair enough. As a Blues fan, do you think Pierre will play? I think he will. I think there was a point last year or the year before where he was number 1 in the league, but hit us to advantage. So, yeah, I think that he's definitely a good chance to play. They like him as a tap ruckman. The only thing is, obviously, DeConing's better around the ground. I don't think any idiot could What do you think otherwise on that one? I'm trading him at 200k. It's painful. Yeah. I was lucky I am subbed or I would have missed this stream. You gotta hit that sub button. Rate these plans this week. Callahan, Rosie, and Nod to Hall, Whitfield, and Merritt, and Brayshaw next week, and Roberts and Warner to some rookie and Dacos. I mean, that's true. You know, that's actually a good point. If Roberts plays shit again, I'll just get rid of him for that 99k, whatever his name is. So let me open the link in the new tab. That Sandy Brock, whoever he is. So we'll get Sandy Brock in for Roberts, field trainer, and then go bang and grab Nick Dacos for like a Henderson. That sounds pretty good. I actually really like that. You might have just opened up, yeah, a trade plan for me. That sounds really good because then you actually get another week of data with Roberts. Maybe I will stick to these ones. Bring in Marriage or Clay Hall for more cash gen. Marriage has a chance of being a keeper. I reckon Marriage. Oh, for cash gen purely, probably Clay Hall. I think Roberts will score well this week against the Pies. He could. Currently doing Nod down to Hall and then short up to either Whitfield or Merritt. I'd prefer Whitfield over Merritt. I think Merritt gets tagged way more than Whitfield does. Lockie Ash, I wouldn't pick him. If you're talking about him taking kick-ins, then yeah, he does take some kick-ins, but is it worth getting Rankin in if he gets up this week, sorry? Or risky given he's clearly sore? Yeah, I think it's risky considering he's sore. And he's been sore for a few weeks. Was it 3 weeks? He had that game where he got subbed out in the fourth quarter. Dog's going to sleep. Big fan of content. Thoughts on targeting Stewart next week? I can move Holmes into mid, so my structure isn't fucked. Should be able to get Max Hall and Henderson to Stewart now. Hawley. Yeah? Yeah, I don't mind it. I saw Abs Magic tweet about potentially running a bunch of defenders in the midfield, and it's not a bad idea the way these mids are getting tagged. I mean, you put Sinclair and Sheasel in your mid and potentially Max Holmes, and then run Zorko, ideally Zorko, Whitfield, Dale, Stewart, or then who actually. So I don't know. Maybe that's not a good strat. Can only field one of Trainer, Pryor, and Zach Reid. Who would you field? I think Trainer. He's going to get the most supply of ball down there. So yeah, Trainer. Lindsay's a test for this week. Nevitt also not on the injury report. Well, there you go. I could get burnt a bit by jumping off a lot of these rookies. I've jumped off Nevitt, Sardis. Yeah, so they could come. Oh, Lindsay, they could come back and bite me a bit, but I don't care. Anyone have McCluggage or Took? Will either of their forms continue, and is it worth a pod ping? I already have Libba, who's a pod. Well, the thing with McCluggage and Took is I don't think their roles have changed much from last year. I could be wrong. I mean, let's look at McCluggage. We'll look at them both. Why not? So McCluggage, 72% CBAs, and last year he went at... Okay, so his CBAs have gone up by 10%. It's interesting. You could maybe look at it. You probably could look at McCluggage if you're keen. And then the other one was... Who was the other one we were talking about? Took Miller. So Gold Coast, 2025, Took 57, 48%. I think he's gone down. He has. He's gone down like 20%. So his role's actually gotten worse, CBA-wise, and somehow he's scoring more. Bit of a confusing one, too. I think steer clear. And then McCluggage, you could back him in. Neil cops the tags, so punt. Yeah. Yeah. I reckon I might give Roberts one more week, depending on break-even. His break-even is 93. So you can definitely give him one more week. Let's see what he goes down to if he scores another 77. Whoever made this price projected thing, goated. Absolutely goated. So he will be 470, 469, whatever. That'll still get us to day cost with 100K in the bank. So you'd just go like, you'd have to go probably, actually, maybe that would affect it. That'll go close if you want to do it in 2 trades. That will go very close if you want to go Henderson and Roberts to Dacos and 99K guy, whatever his name is, Sandy something. Yeah, I'm not really sure either. I'm not. I do get. Obviously, his role's good. He's getting plenty of CBAs, which is rare for a rookie midfielder. But I just wouldn't do it. Can you get Whitfield without getting rid of Roberts? Not without getting rid of some cash gen, but still making money. I wouldn't do it. How do you get thing where you put in the score? It's in that Discord server. I don't know. I found the link the other day. You'd have to search like in the chat something like price projector or something. I don't know. It's an extension. Footy score SC projector. This is a yeah, search SC projector maybe in the Chrome web store. Otherwise, I'll just chuck it in. I'll chuck it in the comments. Yeah, that should be fun. It's interesting. Straight back in for a golden run. Golden run at 50% time on ground though. Not sure I'm keen on that. What do you think about 4 primos in mid? Too risky or worth it in the short term? Probably a bit risky. I mean, it depends what you're doing. If you can get 6 primo defend, but then like if you're benching one of O'Sullivan and Bice, like I like the 5 deep structure. I don't know. Seeing Kerno's run. Yeah, it's not bad, but it's very short term play. He was shit as last year for me. I think he pumped out some 20s. Beep has a bye, so unsure if Pitternet will play this week. Fair enough. Traded out Nathan O'Driscoll and Finn Callahan for Adam Cherry and Ryan Marriage. Ooh. Well, Adam Cherry should have some easy games coming up, I guess. But is he worth Callahan? Maybe. Not going to get tagged, so yeah, I don't hate it. True, but it gives him low time on the ground and Setternuts will be back this week. True. Can always move Rosie to Dacos next week as well. Yeah, good point. Good point. If Rosie does stink it up again, he can go. Thoughts on bringing in Briggs at flex this week in case Pitto ends TDK? Or I'd probably just wait. On that one. So basically, like people might look at my team and think, I'm doing well, whatnot, but really, I don't think I am. Like I'm lucky with the ranking, but Rosie potential fraud, Roberts potential fraud, Oliver potential fraud, like Petrarca potential fraud, Chera fucking could get injured any given moment. So like I don't know. DeConing gonna have to be traded. Like I don't know. It's I guess if I'm looking okay. Don't have too much going wrong at the moment, but kind of feels like I'm walking on eggshells a bit with this team. Yeah, not really convinced in any of these primo mids. Ashcroft's the only one that I've been really loving owning. Yeah, lucky I didn't jump off him because that would have really shit me. Just his games have been insane. Would you recommend trading Ranker? Not this week. Still can't believe my uncle traded Ash over Logan Evans this week as he doesn't go for overall, he goes for leagues almost a little weekend. Oh, I remember there was a season I started Lockie Ash in my midfield. It was like M4, 300k, and he scored like a 50 round one. It was pathetic. Could turn in both the games to start us. Yeah, he could. TDK is safe VC against West Coast. Probably, but I think I'll stay away this week. I've VC'd him every week so far. Yeah, I did watch this game. Look, I think whether he plays loose or not is dependent on how many good key forwards the opposition has. So, yeah, unless they name who did they name? Brennan Cox was playing lockdown. I guess Alex Pearce, but yeah. So teams where they have 3 tall forwards or 3 good forwards, he won't be able to just play off. 3 words. Whitfield must have. Pretty close to a must-have, I would have thought. It didn't go under a ton after his bye last year. If you don't get rid of Roberts for him, it's going to be very hard to get. So that's why I'm still weighing up that one. Sarong, Merritt, or Brayshaw? Brayshaw. Was the guy that made the projector a mate of the Scots father? I have no idea. Has Demons, then West Coast, 10 players to West scored 100 versus West Coast? Yeah. That's why I think guys like Cherry will be a good pick. Yeah, so the extension should be in the thing. Yeah. I wouldn't trade inside us, but he's a good rookie to have. Yeah. Seemed like Roberts just kept getting burnt from Hamling and Blakey as they kept kicking along to a pack when he was open and Northland kicked 4 behinds too. Yeah, fair enough. To be honest, I didn't get to see a heap of this game. So it's nice to have that insight. Thanks for that. Yeah, maybe we do just give Roberts one more week and hope Whitfield starts copping a bit more attention. You can't get them all. It's it's not even really upgrade season, is it? So it's probably next week where we start really going hard. I mean, I've been going hard on my boosts. That's like me trying to correct my team. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of people who say you need to keep the boosts. I think once you're full primo, you're full primo. Who gives a shit? Yeah, DFS has it. Nice. 1 primo, 5 mid price in the midfield. Yeah, that's what mine is pretty much. Yeah, but at this point, who are primos? Dunkley, yes. Then who? Would you recommend a Roberts for Whitfield? I've been speaking about it all night. So I hope we giving you a bit of information about that. Hippo, do I go Finkel to Whitfield? I have a feeling Saints take Finn this week, as we all know they're rating that much. Yeah, I'd do that. Yeah. If Pitto comes back, is the move to just play TDK at flex for the rest of the year? No, I think he's got to go. Sarong or Brayshaw for C? If you got them both, probably Sarong. Yeah. Stewart might be top 6 again. Looks like he's permanently moved back to defence and he's racking again. Yeah, I hope the play with Stewart is if he gets tagged, put him in the midfield. If he gets tagged in the midfield, put him in the back line. Just get him away from the tagger. Callahan the day cost, or not this week, next week if you can. Might give Darcy Cameron 1 more week. Fair enough. Trade Callahan a nod for a Whitfield and a rookie. We'll be down to 30 trades, thinking I'm going to have to get Finn out at some point, and he might got windy tag this week, so I'm unsure. I think we've spoken about this. Callahan for Whitfield's a good trade. 30 trades, who cares? It's a lot of trades. Jack McRae and 1, he might just be. I think not having Bont and Butters healthy round 1, it seems like the mids were harder to pick. Yeah, absolutely they were. I had both of those guys locked and loaded heading into the preseason. So yeah, we've had to change up our strategy, and it's part of Supercoach, isn't it? You got to adapt, and yeah, I think I've done that okay so far. But like I said, I'm not really trusting any of my so-called keepers. The only one I really have faith in is Zorko. I have faith in Sheasel. The rest of the back line, I don't even know. Brayshaw, I have a bit of faith in. Rest of the midfield, Don't know. Gorn, I have faith in. DeConing, I don't. And then McRae, Horn Francis, Smith, Daniel, Marriage, I actually have faith in pretty much all those guys. So, yeah. Midfield's a worry. But performing all right for now. What do we got? We got a 118, 100, a 111, 87, 104, and 100. So, not too bad. Sinclair and Hall or Baz and Marriage for Rosie and Nod. Second one. When his first DPP? I believe it's at the end of this round. So that'd be nice. Do you think Sarong scoring is a bit overrated? Last year at round 11, he was at 677k. Was he really? Jesus Christ. Dropped to 527k by round 19 with no injuries or sub games. Look at my jumper on, guys. I'm actually freezing. We're up in the camo jumper again. The camo hoodie. What was I saying? Hair is all over the shop today, but don't care. Yeah, only 120 plus scores from his last 18 games. Maybe he was just on a hot patch there and he's not actually that good. I don't know. It's a good point to bring up though. Do you reckon I go Brayshaw, Sam, Whitfield, VC? Yep. Oh, hang on. No, it's got to go other round. Brayshaw plays first. Thoughts on Freya, Nod, and Rosie? To Brayshaw, Dawson, and Marriage. Might as well be higher at boost choice at this point. Well, me too. I've used 4 boosts if I go with these trades, and I reckon I'll be using my 5th next week. But then, like, what does it matter? Genuinely, what does it matter? Oh, the dog's still up there. Like, you put Dacos where Ashcroft is, and it's like you're fielding Clay Hall. It's like your only scary rookie you're fielding. Got a fair bit of faith in Davidson. I've got a fair bit of faith in O'Sullivan. Bice I have faith in. So what does it matter if you've used all your boosts? Sorry, to say the thoughts. Yeah, I do like it. I really like those, actually. I'm just not 100% sure about trading Connor Rosé. It's funny, at the start of the year, we were worried about the defender rooks, so they've been scoring so good. I know. Crazy. As an insider for the Crows, Rao just doesn't like our grass. Goes M1, just doesn't like Adelaide Oval. Fair enough. 41k in the bank is an option. Next week, I can get 1.2 mil spent on whoever I want. That's crazy. What is Matt Rao break even? $124. Oh God, this fucking fan is pissing me off. I can trade in either Saligo, Ashcroft, Wanganeen, Dale, Clark, spare 200k cash, upgrading to Stewart next week, or maybe Warner. Or should I get a primo like Whitfield or Dunkley? Probably just get Whitfield. I still have Meek as my R2. DeConing as R1. Do you reckon keeping Meek? Jeez, you probably have to get rid of both at some point. I think you want Cherry soon once his hard run ends. And then Gorn's easy run started last week. So, yeah. Josh Ward. Saw someone say something about him. I don't think I'd go there. I've only used 1 boost, just haven't needed it so far. That's good. Trading Stone. Hasn't made enough money. Not going to make much, I think. Can't go 2 down, 1 up if all your boosts are gone. Yes, that's true. But if you're confident in everyone on your field, what does it matter? I put Harry Himmelberg on my team as a placeholder 2 weeks ago. I fell asleep. Now I own him. What? Is he a keeper? I mean, sure. If he's pumping out 115 pluses, it's a random strategy though. Currently ranked 374, thinking of using my second boost and getting in Rioli. Not sure if I'd do that. Not sure I'd trust Big Bad Rioli, but he played well on the weekend. What are your thoughts at the moment? If you're talking about trade-wise, looking at something like this, not sure though. She's will easy say this week if named at half back again. I would have thought so. That's why I've got him at the VC. Ranked 243, I can smell the 50k. Was thinking about saving trades, but you've convinced me otherwise. Yeah, I mean, the idea to save trades is on my mind too, but I think the O'Driscoll one kind of forces the hand a bit, doesn't it? I have to go to night and day, two best options. Or night and day, I'd probably go Clay Hall, and I just grab Dunkley. Should I trade Day to Whitfield, Darcy, Dawson? Although Chris Scott said they might tag him. Did he? Or George Hewitt. He was used to tag Dacos but scored 120. Grab Whitfield. Thoughts on Sicily's break-even is fucked and Whitfield sounds like an ideal upgrade. Yeah, I'd do it. Sicily's playing too much forward. Could Whitfield get tagged by Winhager? I could. Definitely could, but will he? Probably not. I think they're going to Callahan. Petrarca Legacy Gaming coming, 100%. Let's see a nice 180. Imagine that. Whitfield versus Dunkley. Yeah, it depends on your structure. I think Whitfield. More likely to be top 6, I think. I don't know. Dunkley probably will be up there, to be honest. Traded out Shees. He's coming straight back in. Callahan and nod for Shees and Sardis pending team lineups. Fair enough. Don't hate it. What defender options would you recommend? Obviously, Whitfield if you don't have him. Tom Stewart in a week's time is a really good option if you can afford to wait. Yeah. Hello, Bills boys. Would you trade in Stewart for Short this week? Tempted to boost. Stewart for Short. No. Not if you can afford to wait next week and get him for... I mean, just have a look, right? Tom Stewart, 163 break even. He scores 81, he goes down 36k. How important is that 36k to you? I think it's pretty handy, but I am trading out Max Hall. Probably going to make that as well. So you could call me a hypocrite. I don't know. You could do it if you want. Whitfield over Darcy, even though Whitfield price won't change as much. If I don't pick Darcy, I might miss out on the low price. Man, I'm not picking key forwards. Sorry, but I think there's better options. I know Darcy's going nuts, though. So if you're keen on him, go for it. But yeah, and Darcy's a weird one. How do teams stop him? He's just so tall. How do you stop that? I actually don't know. I don't even know if it's possible. Maybe he's going to average 114. Thoughts on Dawson, Tuchel, O'Neill this week? I think Dawson. Do you think it's fine to own Neil, Dunkley, and Zorko, or is that too heavy on one team? No, I think that's fine. Murphy Reid is my GOAT rookie. Yeah, he's been unreal, hasn't he? I reckon Callahan gets a lot of attention versus St Kilda. For this reason, should I downgrade him to a rook and bank 400k? Ooh, yeah, Callahan to Clay Hall, and then grab Dacos next week for Henderson or something like that. That'd be nice. Do not trust Geelong at all. Yeah, 100%. You can't. Are you going by space? Are you going to give up 80 points, go someone else, miss out on the 180 score against Collingwood? Oh, mate. If you went by space and he went nuts, that is ultimate respect. Thoughts on having McCluggage, Will Ashcroft, and Neil all in your team at the same time? I think it's all right. You're a legend for acknowledging every message. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Yeah, probably going a bit quick through the messages. So sorry if you've put one in and I haven't spoken too much about it. But yeah, just kind of want to keep up with the messages. I know like a lot of the streams I watch, sometimes people put in the chat. Like I'll put in the chat sometimes and doesn't get answered for like a good half an hour. And kind of it's annoying. So and by then I'll probably jump off the stream. So I know it's if you're on a stream and you're talking, you probably want to get your question answered pretty soon. So yeah. Would you feel to read over trainer this week given Melbourne leak tons of marks? You know what? That's not a bad point. I still think trainer, but you might not go wrong with either. I do think Whitfield is the best pick from day. Yeah, I'd say so. Unless you're just going down a Clay Hall. Like Clay Hall, guys, I know he got dropped, but if he stays in the team, 76% CBAs, 55 and 76% CBAs. That's crazy. So actually, while we're here, let's just look at some high break evens. Sam Flanders 230. Jesus. Don't think he's the one I want. Tristan Cherry's definitely one I want. Looking to get him 570. Straight swap for the Koning would be juicy. And it looks likely. Looks like it could happen. Is Dudley a must-have or does Erasmus have a chance to play? I don't know. I think Erasmus is definitely a chance to play. The fact that Sam Darcy isn't important in Supercoach just goes to show how stupid this scoring system is. You know what? You're not wrong. I think they could definitely change it and make it so, like, you know, contested marks might be worth 15 points or something like that. Goals are worth 25 points. Maybe 25. Oh, maybe 25. Yeah, fuck it. That would be interesting. Because then you just don't pick all the stat padders. You actually pick good players. Like someone like Caleb Daniel. Do I really want him? Not really. Matt Roberts, is he a good player? Not really. Is he a good stat padder? Yeah, he kind of is. So, yeah. I think that's a good comment. Is Neil worth holding across the season, even with the low scores from the tags are a worry? Yeah, I think so. I think it averages out to end up probably being a top 8 mid still. So, don't stress. Should I trade Rosie or hold? I'm in the hold camp. Who do I watch in the Supercoach community? Man, honestly, this season, I feel like I've been watching everyone. I think it's a lot easier to be interested when your team's doing all right. Whereas, like, once I know I'm out of the running, you kind of spit the dummy and don't watch much. But, yeah, try and get everyone's insight. I think the more you listen to, the better it is. So, obviously, like George, I watch pretty much all his videos. Centre Bounce, Supercoach Pro, because he's a pro. Who else do I really like? Abs Magic, sometimes I like watching him. DR, I like watching DR. That's probably it, I would have to say. Probably forgetting people, but like, yeah, they'd be the ones I really watch. Yeah. I sometimes watch Shorty Supercoach. He's been given a few sprays. I remember, like, back in the day, that was all that was available was Shorty, and yeah, I remember, like, when I was in high school, I wouldn't give a shit about any sort of stuff. I'd be watching Shorty Supercoach, watch these player reviews in the preseason. So yeah, it was a simple time back then, but yeah. I sometimes listen. I used to listen to the Herald Sun show where they had I don't know, what is it? That Al Payton guy and a couple other guys. They used to post every week, and it'd come up on your little home screen in Supercoach. You press play. That was a good podcast too. But yeah, they're probably the only ones I really listen to now. I don't listen to absolutely everyone. But yeah, good question. As a Pies fan, will that small defenders have a party? VC on Roberts or Bice is definite option. There you go. I didn't really know that, to be honest. So interesting. Similarly, if you want to jump in, honestly, mate, I think I'm going to be packing it up in a couple of minutes, so it's probably not worth it. And my headset is shitting me up the wall. I've got this wireless headset. It's like $500. And I don't know if I have smashed it a few times, but I don't know if I've broken it, and it just doesn't charge properly. It goes flat, cuts out, and it really shits me. So it's not working properly at the moment, so I won't be able to hear anything you're saying. So I think if I'm going to go live with people, I need to get a new headset. But yeah, like I said, more so I'm probably going to pack up in a few minutes, so it's probably not worth it. Thoughts on Roberts Torioli pod? Nah, I wouldn't do that. How is Callahan short and nod for Merritt, Whitfield, and Hall sound? Yep, I like that. Like I said, Merritt will cop tags, but he's a good player. You're going to save a few $100,000 for the Bont when he returns in a few weeks' time, assuming he's going to come back in a few weeks' time based on the last Bulldogs injury report. Bont's one I want to see come down a little bit. I think, you either start him or you wait till his price drops a bit. Is he going to get under 600? Probably not. But you can maybe get him 610. 680 is just way too steep throughout the season. I mean, good luck affording him. No VC on TDK this week is interesting. Yeah. Man, he's just like, I think someone said it. I think it might have been that Eno guy on the Fantasy Take podcast. He just seems to fade out and get tired in the second half. I agree. He does look tired, and he's always on like 80 or 70 at half time. You're thinking, here we go, 140, 150 VC, and then he just drops off and finishes on like a ton or a 110. So, I mean, fair enough. It's clearly a big workload role to be playing sole ruck. You have to get to so many contests. I think it's underrated how much running these rucks do when they're sole rucking. Like someone like a Max Gawn, just crazy amount of running for that size as well. Their fitness level, like the endurance, is just off the charts. What's your thinking with the Petrarca pick? I actually rate it, especially at this price. So thinking is slotting him in at F6, basically guaranteed he's going to get forward status. And I do think he's got a nice, easy run. Will he cop tags? Possibly. Can he break them? Absolutely. He can go forward and kick goals. So I think $4.95 is a really nice price for Petrarca. I know he hasn't turned up yet, but I am predicting him to bounce back for sure. Are you the lone wolf type of operator, or would you like to do regular stream with other content creators? This is another good question. So I do like talking to the others. I haven't spoken to that many. I think we've done a couple of streams with the Centre Bounce guys. I love them. And then did one with Supercoach Pro last night. So that was good fun. The only ones I wouldn't like to be on is I've seen some of them where there's like 7, 8, 9 people on there at once. I mean, no, thank you. I think that's just way too many people. So I wouldn't be interested in something like that. But if it's a one-on-one or 3 or 4, probably wouldn't mind that. Probably 3 actually. 3 is probably the max I would like to do. But yeah, I'm happy to post the loan shit as well. I mean, yeah, it's kind of like a diary of your team. Yeah, sometimes I actually go back to the corresponding round last year or the year before and see how I was tracking with YouTube and how angry I was and what my ranking was. So it's nice to have that backup of of your team's progress. Thoughts on Nod, Day, and Short to Hall, Whitfield, and Saligo? Nod, Day, Short. Yep, I would do that. Am I concerned about the Cherry injury picked up in the Adelaide game? Oh, a bit, yeah. It's hammy, isn't it? Anyone see him just drop Riley O'Brien the other day? Riley O'Brien ran up to him to bump him, and Cherry just put him on his ass. And Riley O'Brien just went and sprinted off the field. It was quite funny. I don't know if anyone saw that, but yeah. Am I concerned? Yeah, I am, 100%. He could get rested even. Sligo avoids all tags in that midfield. You're not wrong. Marks inside 50 should be worth way more, would help key forwards while not giving goal-kicking mids too much. Yeah. Yeah, probably right. Inside 50 marks, if they could be worth like 15 points, yeah. Darcy looking like the best player this year, meanwhile not even top 15 for average points. Yeah, you're not wrong. I think he is probably the best player in the comp right now. In terms of like salary, if they were to do a draft right now, he would be the pick one for sure, 100%. Harley Reid, on the other hand, how overrated is he? Like, seriously? I know he can have some good moments, like, clearly. But, geez, his consistency is shocking. And now he's gone halfback, and he's still not even doing that good. He's got the cheesiest role in history. Like, oh, man. To say that he's worth $2 million, like, it's just, it's such a hype beast. Hewitt currently averaging more than Darcy. Yeah, what the hell? Need some stability in the guts. Got 600k to burn. Keen on one of the Gold Coast boys, but genuinely don't know which. Libba and Brayshaw also keen on. Thoughts? Oh, I'd jump on either one of Libba and Brayshaw. No, I'm not sure about the Gold Coast mids either. I was pretty keen on Real last week, and he threw that right back in my face. So, yeah, not sure about that one anymore. Well, sorry. Thoughts on Zach Merritt? I think he's going to be a good pick, but you got to expect some hard tags coming his way. Is it worth putting Brayshaw in or getting Moraes and some cash? Oh, no, don't get Moraes now. Yeah, get Brayshaw. How bad is it to have 3 dead rookies and injuries with Hewitt and maybe Nevitt? I mean, I've got a couple of dead rookies. Henderson, Camporelli, and Boyd. I don't know. How bad is it? I don't know. RIP JD. Who is JD? You're talking about like the content creator JD? If so, I don't watch him. That's a great start. Love watching the creators have meltdowns when their spuds sputtered up. Oh, mate, that's me to a T. And I think I was saying this to my mates tonight. I think now that I'm actually in a decent rank, the pressure and the rages are going to be a lot more intense because now I really can't afford to fuck up. So could be some explosive videos coming, or could be some happy videos, and we keep going up in the ranks. I don't know. Time will tell. SDK, Nod, Rosie to Dawson, Will Ashcroft and Merritt. I'm in the no trade Rosie camp, but if you're really keen on it, sure. Dawson versus George Hewitt. I think Dawson. Thoughts on Josh Ward? I spoke about him before. I don't think I'd go there, but don't hate it. But yeah, no, not for me. How is Callahan, Short, and Nod for Merritt, Whitfield, and Hall sound? Callahan, Short, and Nod for Merritt, Whitfield, Hall. I like those trades, yes. Did he get tagged last week, Matt Rowell? I don't think he did. I don't think he did. Maybe, got a bit of time putting him to him at stoppages. I don't even know if he did. I can't even guarantee that. But, yeah, just played shit. Cripps, Callahan, O'Driscoll to George Hewitt, Sinclair, 99k player. Man, Cripps should go nuts these 2 weeks. I wouldn't sideways him to Hewitt. Who should I put in for O'Driscoll? Sanders and Garcia. God, I don't know my jaw is so sore. You're gonna have a lot of money with that. I'd probably look at how your structure looks, and just base that off which rookies you want to field, not which ones you don't. If you want a defender, look at Whitfield. If you want a mid, look at Dunkley. That's about it. Darcy will have to kick 10 goals to crack 150. Okay. Thanks for that shout out. Watch your tourist, watch your Hippo Rage reviews or Blues Raging reviews are the best. Yes. I'll tell you one thing. If you guys aren't subscribed to Supercoach Pro, you have to subscribe because he says what it's on his mind like I do. You know, there's no holding back when some players play shit. Which I reckon is a lot funnier. I love watching when I'm the same. I love watching when everyone cracks the shits about it. Watching George's video this week was really funny. Seeing, you know, and Joe as well from Centre Bounce dressing up and having the funeral for his team or whatever. Like, you put in perspective, and people are saying like season over and it's round 5. Like, come on, it's far from over. Let's be real, but it is funny. Is Peatling 100% trade? What do you mean, trade in or trade out? Because I think he played well. If you're saying trade in, I wouldn't go there. Nod and Callahan to Whitfield and Hall, or nod to Boyce and Callahan to Dale and Dawson. Nod and Callahan to Whitfield and Hall. First. Oh, don't trade Boyce. Oh, hang on. Or nod to Boyce and Callahan to Dale Dawson. Oh, sorry. Get Boyce if you don't have him. Yeah. Smash the headset, listen to the boss. Nah, it's usually when I'm playing like Call of Duty or it's actually when it cuts out as well. Sometimes I smash it. Track got tagged by Bedford when he went against Red West and he broke it every single time. Lock. Yeah. He's definitely a good option. I think my dog wants me to jump in the bed. Will the Blues get their first dub against West Coast? You would have thought so, but who knows at this point. Would you hold short now? Run doesn't look that bad, and break even is easy. If you held him this long, maybe, yeah. What do I think Dacos will score against Brizzy? I was having a look at this before. He's got a good record against them. I think he'll go fine. 116, 112, and 151 in his last 3. So probably a 110 plus, you would assume. Can you look at Hewitt run and tell me what you think? I do like his run. I've seen it. I think it's a good run, no doubt about it. Can he maintain that scoring? I think he hit 2 goals this week to get at 120. So you take those 2 goals out, probably more like a 95. You know what? The mids are shit anyway. Go for it. If you want him, just get him. Harley Reid has to get fit real bad. There are no... Yeah. That's true. There ain't no Dusty downhill scare. Oh, I don't know about calling Dusty a downhill scare roll, but yes, I do get what you're saying. I'm going to try and speak to these comments. So if anyone has anything to say, feel free to ask, because I'll be wrapping it up. Think I could live over Brayshaw. He's on one this year. Brayshaw's future is like that. Yeah, I think either way you can go pretty well. Blues, what are you doing, Ollie? If Blues lose against West Coast, can we get a Raging Hippo live, maybe in the 4th quarter? What time is it on? 1:20? Oh, potentially. Yeah, potentially. We'll see. Do you think Callahan could bounce back, or is it not looking good? Actually, while you're talking about that, the other one I watch is SDS Supercoach. I really like him. I saw he was doing a live stream, actually in a game, mid-game or something. That was quite cool. So really like SDS Supercoach. Do you think Callahan could bounce back, or is it not looking good? I'd be getting rid of him. Bring in last week Rosie for George Hewitt, best trade ever. Jesus, I wouldn't go too early on that. It's only been 1 week, but right now, yes, it looks good. Rare got tagged by Dawson to an extent. Not a Jordan tag, like a Hewitt matchup. Yeah, on Royce. Yeah, it was more like a head-to-head kind of thing. What do I think Anderson's arc averages for the season? I think 110. What are your thoughts for sticking with Rosie and trading Callahan instead? I like it a lot. I'd much rather stick with Rosie. Yeah, people forget Connor Rosie averaged 105 or 107 or whatever it was, 2023, which is only a couple of years ago. 107 and 108 if we're rounding. You want to trade out of 108 potential? I don't think I would be doing that. And the same role, same amount of CBAs. So I think cooler Jets on Rosie. Peeling for track thoughts. Oh, no. I wouldn't be doing that. What are you doing? Who is the best pick under 560k for each line? Dawson in the mid. In the back line. Oh, fuck's sake. Defender. Price. What was it? 560. Backline would have to be either Dale. You'd even go Luke Ryan, maybe. I'd probably say Dale. And then forward. The whole forward line's under 560. Rankin. And then Ruck. 560. None of the above. Literally none. Oh, Kieran Briggs, I guess, for value. Jason, I have faded George Hill 4 rounds in a row. For Caldwell, who got injured, and seeing him average 110 hertz. Yeah, that's rough. Feel like ever since Harley Reid sling tackled Wilson last year, he's been average. Yeah, it's probably right. Get Brad Supercoach Pro more subs than Rookie Coach. I've seen Rookie Coach on DR's stream a bit. No, Rookie Coach is he's good. He definitely has some good takes for sure. Why are you team keep Rosie? Do you think he's top 8 to 10? I think he is top 8 to 10. And honestly, I can't tell you who the top 8 to 10 is right now, which means why should I get rid of him if I don't even know who I want? So it's got to think about it like that, I think. I'll never hold back. Got to be raw with Supercoach. I can't keep it G all the time. It's never season over, but I'm not bringing another Ranger this season. Fair enough. I don't think Ian might. I've only got one Ranger? Oh, Dale's pretty close, isn't he? I think I've only got one Ranger, and that's Clary. So, Gorn's got a Ranger beard, I guess. Why I like Hero is because you can get 603k. Him to Bond looks nice. Good point. Pito is named. Is STK a must trade? Must trade considering I have him flex with Gorn and Cherry in the ruck line. Pito is named. Yeah, no, he's not a must trade yet, but just wait and see how it looks like with Pito. I think Pitonet has to play ruck if he plays. Maybe he plays reserves all year. I don't know. We'll wait and see. Thoughts on Caleb Sarong? I think he'll be a good pick. I'm starting to lose my voice, guys. Just brought in Sinclair Brayshaw marriage for Nod, Callahan, and Libba. Thoughts? You trading Libba out? I wouldn't be doing that. I reckon if Eagles get up, you should follow Richmond Orange's hair to get the blue going. That would be interesting. The hair's already a bit chalked, but yeah. George Hill is a must-have. That's a big call. Thoughts on Nod and SPP out for Andy Brayshaw and marriage? Yeah, I'd do that for sure. Peeling out for track. No. Oh, hang on. Out. Didn't Peeling play well this week? I wouldn't get rid of him now. That's something to think about with Rail. He won't get tagged. You can't. But he will cop that elite mid from the Oppo. Yes, that's a good point. I don't like that 99k rookie. Rookie got the worst job security. Hippo is what I'm hearing, but he does have tags, so if he had a sub, he might go 100. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's the thing. It gives me coin to get Petrarca. going Warner down, who Warner's dead anyway, let's be real. Fuck Warner. Let's hope he can get one price rise at least, and maybe comes back later in the season or something. Because, like, let's have a look at the price projected with Dudley, and let's predict. I reckon he's going 140 this week. Nah, let's say 90. So he'll get to, and let's just say, like, I don't know, 40. We'll go 50 against Melbourne, and we'll go 40 against Adelaide. That's if he gets 3 games. He gets to 227. So he makes you 120K. I don't know. Is that worth it? Merritt or Whitfield? I think Whitfield. Holmes a top 8, probably, but he will cop tags. Have you seen the new Rory Lobb doggies haircut? Is it the blue or the lobster one? Which one are we talking about? Or is there another one? Libba has a Dunkley tag. Not sure if it's worth the whole Dunkley tag. Are you sure? Sure did, Andrew. These rangers can't handle scoring above 100 every week. Rosie sleeps with the lights. And Finch sits down and piss. Gone is a dino at this point. Roberts is a fraud. Oh, yeah, Roberts. Obviously, I forgot about Roberts. Jeez, I don't know. What video is this? Because I'll watch it after I finish up this stream. I wouldn't mind watching some Rage. So tell me what video and what part of it it's at. Or if it's a stream or whatever. I shipped off Stuart and Hal Day last week. This season. Oh, yeah. That's just unlucky, man. He got woof woof on his hair. Oh, right. I haven't seen that. As a Blues guy, Hippo, do you think that Hewitt has no back problems? He can play like dunks. Looks like that roll, hard ball, and tackles. You know what? Yes, I do think he can be like that. Would I bring him in now, though? I don't know. As a starting pick, it would have been great, but you know what? He's not going to cop tags. So if you're keen, jump on. I don't have enough for him, do I? How much is he? 546. No. I don't have enough to get him. To be fair, if you're going to get him, it's got to be this week. What if I did something like this? What if I just went full YOLO mode? Bye-bye Levi. Bye-bye O'Driscoll. And bye-bye Corey Warner. And we went and grabbed Clay Hall, Dudley. Do we have enough for the King Hewitt? King's Landing, George Hewitt. We do. Ooh. What about these trades? George Hewitt M2. That's fucking ridiculous. Who would have thought that at the start of the season? Maybe we just say, you know what, Dacos? What's that thing that Bill Simmons or whatever? He's like with LeBron. Like, it's all right. It's all right, Nick Dacos. We've got George Hewitt. You can go. The future of the league is okay. Surely people know what I'm talking about when he said something like Ben Simmons. You know what, LeBron? It's all right. Ben Simmons is here. You can go. That's me with Hewitt and Dacos. Rosie, so soft, can't lie. Yeah. Butter should be the captain, IMO. Heard someone say that the other day. Rankin's calves and hamstrings are as liable as Dudley's job security. Yeah, not wrong. Should I get Marriage for E. Hewitt or Callahan and Merritt? My midfield is kind of weak with only really having Will Ashcroft, Rosie, and Oliver. Rosie, Hewitt or Callahan to Merritt. My midfield is kind of weak. Yeah. I'd probably do that. I'd probably do Marriage for Hewitt. Yeah. Any word? Yeah, 4 to 6. What do I think Hewitt will average? I don't know. He's got a nice role because he's gone 120 plus in his last 3. What? What are you doing, Ollie? And he's got West Coast North coming up. He might have to come in. Oh my God, that's juicy. 123, 126, 125. Is George Hewitt M1? Thinking I could go Callahan to Nakos after Jordan trade? Yeah. That's what I want to do. He's projected 144 every game against West Coast. He's done 125s. Damn. It might be a lock. Oh, you know what? I'm actually starting to get keen on him. Hewitt and Shearer. Could Hewitt take me to rank 1? Am I stupid for taking McCluggage before Dunkley? Call me crazy. Look at his scores for the last 2 seasons as well as this season. Nah, I don't think he's stupid at all. That was good. When Lob punched Cox in the head. Best thing. Oh, sorry. It was in my pre-stream. I can't timestamp because I can't remember. I haven't done a team review because I'm still punching you right now. Yeah, fair enough. I'll be waiting for that team review. My backline is finally healthy this week after trading out Wayne Malaria for midfield. Fair enough. Would you use a boot? Yeah, I'd probably do that. Hewitt, Merritt, or Dawson? Still think Dawson, but I don't know. I mean, I've got Hewitt at the moment. Meant to have to get rid of Levi Ashcroft. Is that worth it? Maybe. Fucking who knows? Timu Dusty, aka Humphrey, better score 100 against Ruth. Yeah, you might. I'll do a Noah Bolt. There's 81 minutes game time. And when the game's on the line, it's Sam Hewitt and Cripps. I'm telling you, he'll do it. All right. That's good. So, like, 81% game time. I guess that's what you're talking about. How many teams is he in? 1%. You know what? It's not a bad option, to be honest. It really isn't. If what was holding him back last year was actually a back problem, it's not a bad pick at all, especially with the fixture. And you just know he will never, ever get tagged. I don't mind it. Is he round 12 by though? He is. This is where it hurts. Oh, it means basically all our other trades are going to have to be against this buy. How many have we got? 1, 2, 3. Oh, fuck's sake. What is it? What did I just press? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oh, it's not ideal, is it? Him to Bont? Yeah, maybe. Bringing him here top 8. Yeah, probably. Thoughts on Ned Long's job security with the Goey and Schultz? Should be good, yeah. Humpty has 2 to 3 weeks to make money and trade to a primo. Yep. Him to Bont, yeah. Oh man, if he started getting tagged, it'd be the biggest fucking joke ever. Should I use a third boost? Trade in Saligo or Ashcroft for Callahan? Yeah. I'd probably go Ashcroft. If Brad Scott doesn't put Sardis on going for more than 50%, I think I'll drive back home off the cliff at Grey Station Road. Oh, shit. Oh, man. So these round 12 buys are going to be a nightmare. Please tell me Collingwood's not in the round 12 buy. They're not. Okay. So if you want Dacos, if you want Dacos, you can get him. Yeah, we'll get you the top 50. Darcy Parish is back. Yeah. I don't hate the Hewitt pick. Like, short term, it's good. Round 12, we're going to have to really have a look at that buy round. I don't want to tank it. Rosie's in the round 12 bye. Yeah. Okay, who can I even get if I don't get Hewitt? There's really not much. I'm 700 short of Rao for Ligo. I trust you more than Sligo. Put the C on him. Fuck that. Have a look at Hewitt's scores. I know they've been good. Definitely been good. All right, we'll keep these trades for now. King Hewitt. I still think Sheasel into Brayshaw. But yeah, anyway, guys, I reckon that's it for the stream. Thank you all for joining. It's been a good night. It's 1 o'clock. We all need to hit the hay, I think. But yeah, keen. Let's see what Brad said. Kenya Field, Hewitt, and Chera. Man, you have to watch Blues games and not fall asleep. True that. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Chopping and changing, trading. Yeah. 28 touches a game, 12 tackles. Crazy. Dub stream. Thank you, man. Rail looks like a proper weapon this year. Sure, he keeps going this time. I'm not sure. He looks shit this week. Anyway, that's it for the stream, guys. Have a good night, and I'll see you in the next one.